with the reaction carried out in the presence of photon, or you can say in the presence of sunlight. So this is very important. See, if you carry out reaction in the presence of sunlight, so that reaction is we call photoreaction. One example we have already seen in the pericyclic reaction chapter, that is 2 plus 2 cycloaddition. 2 plus 2 cycloaddition is example of you can say photoreaction. Okay, that is we have already seen. So it is an example of the photoreaction. 2 plus 2 cycloaddition is a photoreaction. Now, in the case of photoreaction, see, most of they are initiated by sunlight, and Joule-Scale diagram, it is a better example of photoreaction, reaction which are carried out in the presence of sunlight. So other reactions, if you talk about in this chapter, very important reaction that we are going to learn is one of the very important reaction is you can say that is Norris 1 and Norris 2 type reaction. This is also a very good example of photoreaction. That is Norris 1 and Norris 2 type reaction. So that is we are also going to understand. Paterno-Bucci reaction is also example of photoreaction. Similar Barton reactions. Okay, so those reactions which are carried out by sunlight. Very good example of photoreaction is you can say photosynthesis. That is the reaction which is taking place in green plant. Okay, so this is a best example of photoreactions where photosensitizer is there. Photosensitizer is nothing but one kind of substance which transfers its energy to reactant, because the reactant itself is unable to absorb the energy. એટલે એ કેસમાં આપણે photosensitizer વાપરતા હોઈએ છીએ. The role of photosensitizer is to transfer its energy to reactant. So this is again very good example of photo reaction, photosynthesis that is take place in green plant. Especially in the green plant, you can say that certain type of reactions in particularly in the green plant, chlorophyll is there, and chlorophyll is act as a photosensitizer. Chlorophyll is able to transfer its energy to those substances which are present in a photosynthesis reaction like water and CO2. Water and CO2 is the reactant. Okay, so very good example which is taking place in nature is in case of photosynthesis. Process is nothing but 6 mole of CO2 when react with 6 mole of H2O. So it generates in this reaction is carried out in the presence of sunlight as well as chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is act as a photosensitizer. Chlorophyll transfers energy to reactant. So this is called photosensitizer. And very important product form over here is carbohydrate C6H12O6. With the liberation of oxygen, carbon dioxide gets converted to oxygen. So chlorophyll is present in a green plant. This is a green pigment. Okay, so this reaction is a best example of photoreaction. So many other examples are also there, and certain types of transition which are taking place in this photoreactions are, see, photoreactions having 4 type of transitions. Electronic transition, electronic transitions which are taking place in a different molecule when you carry out photoreaction. The first one is sigma to sigma star. Sigma electron gets excited to sigma star orbital. pi electron gets excited to pi star. Non-bonding electron gets excited to both sigma star as well as pi star. This is suppose bonding. This is bonding molecular orbital. This is non-bonding molecular orbital. This is anti-bonding molecular orbital. So electron gets excited from non-bonding to bonding orbital to anti-bonding or non-bonding. Initially, two electrons are there in bonding, but one of the electron gets excited from bonding orbital to anti-bonding orbital. So in this way, see different transitions take place. So if you want to excite the electron, so you are having say sigma bond, sigma electron is there, pi electron is there, and non-bonding electron is there. Which electron gets excited easily out of these three? Sigma electron, pi electron, and non-bonding electron. Out of these three, which electron is loosely bound?
Sigma.
Sigma bond strong હોય કે pi bond strong હોય કે non bonding? આ ઇલેક્ટ્રોન સિગ્મા ઇલેક્ટ્રોન છે સમજી લ્યો. પછી ડબલ બોન્ડ હોય તો આ પાઈ ઇલેક્ટ્રોન કહેવાય અને આ નોન બોન્ડિંગ ઇલેક્ટ્રોન કહેવાય. ઇઝીલી કયો અવેલેબલ હોય એવું પૂછે?
નોન બોન્ડિંગ.
નોન બોન્ડિંગ હોય ને જોડાયેલો જ નથી, બોન્ડમાં ઇન્વોલ્વ જ નથી, સો ઇટ ઇઝ લૂઝલી બાઉન્ડ, ઇટ ઇઝ ઇઝીલી એક્સાઇટ. પછી પાઈ બોન્ડ આવે બીકોઝ પાઈ બોન્ડ ઇઝ વીક. પછી સિગ્મા આવે. સો ઇફ યુ વોન્ટ ટુ એક્સાઇટ નોન બોન્ડિંગ ઇલેક્ટ્રોન યુ રિક્વાયર્ડ less energy.
Less energy.
And sigma electron needed more energy. So if you talk about transitions, hello. 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 हाँ જોઈન્ટ થઈ જાવ, ચાલુ છે. ચાલુ છે, પેલે લિંક ઉપર ક્લિક કરો, બધા સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ છે. So sigma electron gets excited with difficulty, but pi electron gets excited easily. So in this case, you can have a if you draw diagram, if you consider sigma electron and pi electron, so what happens? If you draw diagram of energy versus different level, excitation level. So first level with lowest energy is a sigma level. Then upper highest level is a pi level. Then it's a non-bonding level. Then next anti-bonding is pi star. And then sigma star. So yellow transition, if you consider the yellow transition, then sigma electron gets excited from sigma to sigma star. This is the excitation of sigma electron. Sigma electron gets excited from sigma to sigma star. This is one transition. This is having highest energy. pi electron gets excited from pi to pi star, but non-bonding electron gets excited in both non-bonding to sigma star and non-bonding to pi star. So these are the yellow transitions. So there are 4 transitions. This is antibonding molecular orbital. This is bonding molecular orbital. So the first transition is, what's about energy of transition? If you talk about energy, then highest energy is for sigma to sigma star. The next highest is
pi to pi star.
pi to pi star, followed by n to sigma star and n to pi star. This is the energy diagram. Wavelength is opposite because wavelength and energy are inversely proportional.
Inversely proportional.
So if you talk about wavelength, so n2 pi star having highest wavelength. Next is n2 sigma star. So this is about wavelength. Now what are the example? In which molecule, which type of transitions are there? તો પહેલા તમે કીધું નોન બોન્ડિંગ ઇલેક્ટ્રોન અવેલેબલ હોય તો એને જ એક્સાઇટેડ કરવાનો. નોન બોન્ડિંગ ન હોય તો પાઈ ઇલેક્ટ્રોન અને પાઈ ના હોય તો પછી સિગ્મા. આ રીતે તમારે પ્રાયોરિટી પ્રમાણે જોવાનું. Suppose if you having methanol, in case of methanol, which transition is take place? Out of this 4, sigma to sigma star, pi to pi star, n to sigma star,
n2 sigma star, sir.
n to pi star. Kyo transitions આવશે? n2, because non-bonding electron is available and sigma bond is there, so n to sigma star. આ રીતે ડિસાઇડ કરવાનું. Ketone is there. CH3 COO CH3. ચલો કેટોનમાં કયું ટ્રાન્ઝેક્શન આવશે?
N to pi.
નોન બોન્ડિંગ ઇલેક્ટ્રોન છે અને પાઈ બોન્ડ છે. સો n2 pi star અને બીજું કયું આવે? પાઈ બોન્ડ છે એટલે pi to pi star. એમાં n2 pi star ઇઝીલી થાય. એનિલિન. ચલો એનિલિનમાં કેવું ટ્રાન્ઝેક્શન્સ આવે? એનિલિનમાં નથી ખબર? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
હા સર.
હા, એનિલિનમાં કયું આવે? બોન્ડ જોવો એટલે ખબર પડી જાય.
n to pi star.
To pi star અને pi
હા.
to pi star.
નોન બોન્ડિંગ ઇલેક્ટ્રોન છે એટલે n2 pi star. મિથેન, એમિનો મિથેનમાં
N to sigma star.
એમાં પાઈ બોન્ડ નથી, ફક્ત નોન બોન્ડિંગ ઇલેક્ટ્રોન છે, સિગ્મા ઇલેક્ટ્રોન છે. સો n2 સિગ્મા સ્ટાર. ચાલો ઇથેનમાં
sigma to sigma star.
ફક્ત સિગ્મા ઇલેક્ટ્રોન જ છે, so સિગ્મા ટુ સિગ્મા સ્ટાર આવે. આલ્કીન, ઇથિન,
pi to pi star.
પાઈ ટુ પાઈ સ્ટાર આવે. નોન બોન્ડિંગ ઇલેક્ટ્રોન છે જ નહીં, એટલે પાઈ ટુ પાઈ સ્ટાર આવે. ગુડ. પછી ચાલો નાઇટ્રોમિથેનમાં સાઇનોમિથેન.
N2 pi star.
નાઇટ્રોજન છે એના રીતે લખાય. N2 pi star. Next, Jablonski diagram. Very important diagram to understand certain process. So in the Jablonski diagram, see this is the energy axis. Now here see different level are there. This first level is, you can say, S0. This is the energy. First excited singlet, second excited singlet, third excited singlet, similar upper excited singlet. Triplet level having somewhat lower energy as compared to singlet level. This is a triplet. Different level are there. The first electron gets excited from S0 to SU upper excited by sunlight, by absorbing sunlight. By photochemically. So this process is called excitation. The name of this process is, you can say, it's excitation. Transition from S0 to SU, it is called thermal, excitation. Excitation takes place. Now electron cannot remain longer time in upper excited state. So it may lose its energy and coming to lower level. Electron may not remain longer time in a excited state, but it may losing its energy and coming to lower level like SU to S1. So this is called internal conversion, IC. Electron from upper excited state is returning to lower level, any lower level with dissipation of energy in a vibrational level. This is called thermal relaxation. and this process is called internal conversion, IC. Color light નથી, but thermally any energy dissipate કરે છે. Electron maggots returning from S1 to T1. This system gets changed from singlet to triplet, so it is called inter-system crossing. Electron gets returning from S1 to T1 by changing system. S1 to T1. So this is called inter-system crossing. Energy difference between single state and excited state is 5 kilocalorie per mole. This is the energy difference between single state and excited state. So electron gets returning from S1 to T1 by losing 5 kilocalorie per mole energy. Here system gets changed. So this process is we called inter-system crossing. ISC. Now very important process which are radiation process. Radiation એટલે sunlight colored light emit કરે. આ બધી non radiation કહેવાય, but now the radiation process, very important process, which is returning of electron from S0 directly to electron may return from S1 to S0 directly from here. This is one of the process with colored light, radiation light, that is HNE, photochemically. Returning of electron from S1 to S0 by photolight, colored light. This process is called, radiation process is called fluorescence. And another possibility is electron maggots return from T1 to S0. S12 goes to T1 via T1 and then returning back to ground state. This is also radiation process. It is called phosphorescence. See, in fluorescence, electron directly gets converted from ground state to S1 to S0. But in phosphorescence, electron may goes from S1 to T1 and then returning to ground state. So it's a via T1, so it is a delay process. So you can say delay of fluorescence is called phosphorescence. T1 to S0 with radiation. This both the processes of radiation. So it is called phosphorescence. Ultimately, you can say delay of fluorescence. Delay of fluorescence is called phosphorescence. This both the process are radiation process. Time required for fluorescence is process to complete fluorescence is 10 raised to minus 9 to 10 raised to minus 6 second. But for phosphorescence, it's required 10 raised to minus 3. Minus power છે એટલે વધુ power હોય એમ ઓછો time કહેવાય. 10 raised to minus 3 to 1 second. So which process is fast among fluorescence and phosphorescence?
Fluorescence.
Fluorescence is fast. CS1 to T1. I already these two processes already asked in the NET exam. Both the process, fluorescence and phosphorescence. This is already asked in competitive exam. This is called Jablonski diagram, very important diagram where radiation process is very important. Radiation process, that is fluorescence and phosphorescence. Now see, next, now if you want to carry out role of photosensitizer, now we talk about role of photosensitizer. What is difference between reaction taking place via photosensitizer and without photosensitizer? Substance absorb energy from sunlight and gets excited from S0 to T1, then transfer its energy to reactant and itself return into ground state S0. This is called photosensitizer. This is called photosensitizer. We have already seen one example, that is of especially photosynthesis. Similar here, we can have a benzophenone is a very good example of photosensitizer. This is a benzophenone. Itself is originally there in ground state. When it absorbs light from photon, so transition which is taking place is N2 pi star, because non-bonding electron is there with oxygen. So it gets excited first. It is excited into singlet excited state. Followed by it undergoes inter-system crossing, ISC, transition from S1 to T1. So it gets converted to triplet state. T6. It's get converted to triplet state. After coming to triplet state, then when it interact with substance, now it interact with substrate which are already there in ground state. Suppose butadiene is a substrate which is already there in S0. So butadiene itself gets converted to triplet state. Butadiene is converted to T1, and originally this benzophenone is written to ground state. So this is the role of the photosensitizer. Because butadiene itself unable to absorb energy, so it may take assistance from photosensitizer. Now what happens in a product? So see, whenever reaction carried out using photosensitizer, then you are having dimeric product, and without photosensitizer, you may have a normal product. Suppose if you carry out this reaction using two pathway, this is a photochemical reaction. If you carry out this reaction without photosensitizer, then you can have the product become, one is this one. Second one is this one. Okay. If you take this alkene, butadiene with cis-side geometry, so you are getting this product. And if you carry out reaction by taking alkene geometry this type, so this is a this is, you can say, transfer diene. So this is comes to here, this is comes to here, so you may got this product. But if you carry out reaction via benzophenone as a photosensitizer, so you can have a dimeric product. One is this one. Second one is this one. Third one is this one. These are the product. How to getting this product? It's all are the dimeric product. Remember, this product is formed by writing this trans diene in this way. 2 plus 2. Then next one is this product. It is formed by, you can write down diene in this way. And this product is obtained by writing this diene in this way. This is actually 4 plus 2 cycloaddition product. This is not a 2 plus 2. This is diene, and this diene you can use as a dienophile. It's a product of 4 plus 2. Of course, photochemically 4 plus 2 is not possible, less favored. So this product is obtained in very less percentage, 5% or something like. But these two are the 2 plus 2 cycloaddition product. 2 plus 2. Now among these two, which one is powerful? Which one is major product? In which case less steric interaction is there? This is only 5% or 2%. બાકીની જે બે છે A અને B એમાં વધારે કઈ હશે સ્ટેબલ? In which case less steric interaction is there?
A.
Here, because two group are away from each other. So exam ની અંદર જોવાનું છે કે એના ઉપર ફોટોસેન્સિટાઇઝર આપ્યું છે કે વિધાઉટ ફોટોસેન્સિટાઇઝર પૂછે છે, બરોબર? And this way you can write down the product. So see, whenever photosensitizer is there, then you can have a dimerization. Without photosensitizer, there is no dimerization. Now, very important reaction is Norris 1 and Norris 2 reaction, Norris type 1 and Norris 2. See, Norris 1 reaction is nothing but it's a alpha cleavage. Alpha cleavage is called Norris 1. Alpha cleavage of carbonyl bond, alpha cleavage reaction is called Norris 1. CH3, C double bond O, CH3, this is acetone. If you given here H nu, then transition become pi to, sorry, N2 pi star. કોઈ પણ રિએક્શનમાં પ્રોસેસ તો થતી જ હોય, આપણે બતાવીએ કે ન બતાવીએ? This is already there in ground state, gets converted to excited state. Now this will undergo cleavage, homolytic cleavage, alpha cleavage. This is coming to triplet. Now it undergoes Norris 1. That is alpha cleavage from here. See. So it gives radical CH3CO radical. And methyl radical. This is called Norris 1. Alpha cleavage is called Norris 1. That is generation of radical. Further, this radical may undergoes decarbonylation. Use methyl radical. Two methyl radical gets combined to give ethane as the product. Or two this carbonyl radical may gets combined to use diketone as the product. Or here also this will give you ethane as the product. So this is called Norris 1. But simply see, Norris 1 is nothing but alpha cleavage. Cleavage of alpha bond is called Norris 1. So alpha cleavage is Norris 1. આટલું યાદ રાખવાનું. પછી રેડિકલ કમ્બાઇનેશન એ તો બધા further reaction છે, but main reaction is alpha cleavage, that is called Norris 1. Anybody having any doubt in this reaction? The next very important reaction is similar to Norris 1, is Norris type 2 reaction. In a mass spectroscopy, it is also called Mac-Lafferty rearrangement. It is also called Mac-Lafferty rearrangement because in the mass spectroscopy, cleavages take place. So it is also called Mac-Lafferty rearrangement. What is it? So abstraction of gamma hydrogen by carbonyl oxygen. It is called Norris 2. As a result, what happens? Outcome is alpha beta bond is going to break. A new bond is formed between beta and gamma carbon. So see, in order to get Norris 2 reaction, the requirement is compound with gamma hydrogen is required. Availability of gamma hydrogen is required, and another thing is alpha beta bond will going to break and new bond is formed between beta and gamma. So this is called McLafferty. Reaction is driving force for reaction is formation of 6-member transition state. Formation of 6-member transition state. The RCH2 CH2 CH2 so this carbon is called alpha carbon next to carbonyl carbon. This one is called beta and this is gamma. So this gamma hydrogen gets abstract by oxygen in this way. This will form a bond here. This bond will going to break. Okay, so ultimately you are getting this type of transition state, 6-member transition state. That is called McLafferty rearrangement. McLafferty આ રીતે થાય. Transition state બને. આ bond break થશે. અહીંયા નવું bond બનશે. આ bond break થશે. આ bond break થશે હાઇડ્રોજન વચ્ચેનો. અહીં નવો bond બનશે. This is called 6-member transition state. Finally, RCH double bond CH2 new bond is formed between beta and gamma, and this alpha beta bond will going to break. CH2 double bond COH R. This is enol form. Now it may converted to keto form. CH3 C double bond O R. In this way, so see this enol form is converted to ketone form. So ultimately, outcome is alpha beta bond will going to break, and new bond is formed between beta and gamma. But see, this is a McLafferty rearrangement in mass spectroscopy. Degradation is there, breaking of bond is takes place in mass spectroscopy. Fragmentation is there. In this case, we call it as McLafferty, but here we call it is Norris 2. So of course, Norris 2 is take place via radical pathway. So same mechanism you can do it via radical way by radical formation by abstraction of gamma hydrogen CH2 C double O R. In the case of McLafferty, it's a fragmentation process. Fragmentation of compound which is having gamma hydrogenases take place in this way. આ બોન્ડનો એક ઇલેક્ટ્રોન અહીંયા રહેશે, બીજો ઇલેક્ટ્રોન અહીંયા રહેશે. આમ રેડિકલ પાથવેથી થશે. બરાબર. એ જ રીતે આ કાર્બોનિલ ઓક્સિજનનો એક ઇલેક્ટ્રોન અહીંયા રહેશે, એક કાર્બન પર આવશે આ રીતે. So you are getting one of the radical here, second radical over here. આ કાર્બન પાસે રેડિકલ આવશે અને ઓક્સિજન ઉપર રેડિકલ. ઓક્સિજન ઉપર અલ્ટિમેટલી રેડિકલ આવશે એટલે ઓક્સિજન આ ઇલેક્ટ્રોન લઈ લે, આ પ્રોટોન લઈ લેશે. આ રીતે જુઓ, આ રીતે પ્રોટોન એબ્સ્ટ્રેક્ટ કરશે. આ બોન્ડનો એક ઇલેક્ટ્રોન અહીંયા વપરાશે, એક ઇલેક્ટ્રોન આ બોન્ડનો અહીંયા વપરાશે એટલે ઓક્સિજન અને પ્રોટોન વચ્ચે આ રીતે સિંગલ બોન્ડ બની જશે. આ રીતે ગેમા હાઇડ્રોજન ઓક્સિજન એબ્સ્ટ્રેક્ટ કરશે. હવે જો કેટલી પોસિબિલિટી છે, આ જે કમ્પાઉન્ડ મળે છે એમાંથી કેટલી પોસિબિલિટી છે, સી ધીસ ઇઝ વેરી વેરી ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ. એક તો આ બંને રેડિકલ ડાયરેક્ટ કમ્બાઈન થઈ જાય તો આ પ્રોડક્ટ મળે. આ પણ નોરિસ 2 ની જ પ્રોડક્ટ કહેવાય, 4 મેમ્બર cyclic compound. This is also the product of Norris 2. એક આ પોસિબિલિટી છે. સેકન્ડ પોસિબિલિટી એવી છે કે જેમાં આ રેડિકલ છે એના બાજુવાળા કાર્બન પાસેથી એક ઇલેક્ટ્રોન આમ મેળવી લે, આ બોન્ડ પાસેથી, અહીંયા ડબલ બોન્ડ બને, બીજો ઇલેક્ટ્રોન અહીંયા આવી જાય ને અહીંયા ડબલ બોન્ડ બને. સેકન્ડ પોસિબિલિટી આ છે. સો ઇટ gives RCH ડબલ બોન્ડ CH2. અલ્ટિમેટલી આ જે પ્રોડક્ટ મેં લખી છે એ આલ્ફા બીટા બોન્ડ બ્રેક થાય છે, નવો બોન્ડ બીટા અને ગેમા વચ્ચે બને છે. This is the enol form. It is converted to keto form. So ultimately આપણે જે આ પ્રોડક્ટ લખીએ છીએ, in this case alpha beta bond will going to break and new bond is formed between beta and gamma. બરોબર. So this is also product of Norris 2. This is also product of Norris 2. Okay. So various way it is possible. ચલો, નોરિસ 2 માં કોઈને ડાઉટ છે? નોરિસ 1 and Norris 2. This is very most important reaction for exam point of view. Alpha beta bond will going to break and new bond is formed between beta and gamma. ચાલો, આ કેસમાં ગેમા હાઇડ્રોજન જ નથી એટલે આમાં નોરિસ 2 ના થાય. This is called Norris 1. CH3 CH2 radical. Duo radical. This is called Norris 1. Okay, so these two may combine to gives ethane as the product. This may undergo decarbonylation to gives methane radical, and two methane radical gets combined to give one of the products. Is ethane. These two combine to gives this diketone. So this all are the product of Norris 1. આ ટાઈપનું આપેલું હોય તો ક્લેવેજ કઈ બાજુથી થશે? આ બાજુથી જો ક્લેવેજ કરશો so you are getting some methane radical and carbonyl radical. This is a primary radical, and if you do cleavage from path A, then it become CH3CO radical and secondary radical. So which one is more stable among
Second.
prime secondary?
Secondary
So
radical.
you can go so you can go for cleavage from site A. Secondary radical is more stable. So in this way, cleavage is take place. You can do cleavage. ચાલો નોરિસ 1 કરવું છે HNU, so અહીંયા ક્લેવેજ થશે because it's a tertiary. After removal of CO, this is form. These two may combine to give this is as the product. Similar, you can have this radical આની બાજુવાળા કાર્બન પાસેથી જો પ્રોટોન છે એ પ્રોટોન એબ્સ્ટ્રેક્ટ કરી લઈએ. આ એક પ્રોટોન અહીંયા છે, એક અહીંયા છે બાજુમાં. રેડિકલની બાજુના કાર્બન પાસેથી જ પ્રોટોન એબ્સ્ટ્રેક્ટ કરવાનો. સપોઝ આ પ્રોટોન જે છે એ એબ્સ્ટ્રેક્ટ કરી દઈએ, આ રેડિકલ આ પ્રોટોન એબ્સ્ટ્રેક્ટ કરી લઈએ તો અહીંયા રેડિકલ બનશે આ રીતે. એક આ પોસિબિલિટી છે, અહીંયા રેડિકલ બનશે અને અહીંયા એક ઓલરેડી રેડિકલ છે, તો પછી આ બંને રેડિકલ કમ્બાઈન થઈ અને પ્રોડક્ટ આપે. આ ડબલ બોન્ડ આવી જાય, સો કીટીન. This is also possible product. આ બધી પ્રોડક્ટ બને હો, શક્ય બને. આમાં એવું ન હોય કે આ મેજર પ્રોડક્ટ છે કે આ બધી જ પ્રોડક્ટ પોસિબલ પ્રોડક્ટ આમાં બને. સેકન્ડ પોસિબિલિટી એ છે કે આ રેડિકલ આ પ્રોટોન એબ્સ્ટ્રેક્ટ કરી લઈએ, આ પ્રોટોન અહીંથી જતો રહીએ, કાર્બોનિલ રેડિકલ આ પ્રોટોન એબ્સ્ટ્રેક્ટ કરી લઈએ રેડ કલરનો. આ રેડ કલરનો પ્રોટોન છે એ કાર્બોનિલ ઓક્સિજન એબ્સ્ટ્રેક્ટ કરી લઈએ તો અહીંયા રેડિકલ બનશે. And these two radical gets combined to gives this is as the product. So this is also product of Norris 2 reaction. Okay, so certain questions already asked in this exam, competitive exam from Norris 1 and Norris 2. So tomorrow we will going to discuss all the problems of Norris 1 and Norris 2, then Paterno-Bucci reaction, okay, then certain reactions of especially Chapman reaction and Barton reactions, very important reactions. So tomorrow we will going to finish these chapters and we're going to start a new very important chapters that is useful for competitive exam. Especially we go for spectroscopy, so that will be very useful for PhD written test as well as in competitive exams. So after finishing these chapters, because somebody having a PhD entrance test on Sunday on 30 October, so we're going to start that chapter first. So thank you very much. If you're having any doubt, then you can ask me.
સર આ ચેપ્ટર કેટલા માર્ક્સ નું છે ફોટોકેમિસ્ટ્રી?
This chapter is probably asking, sometimes it is in 10 marks, sometimes it is in 15 marks, 20 marks, depending. જૂના પેપર્સમાં તમે જોશો તો in 2011-12 something in that case, it is this chapter, a question from this chapter is asking up to 20-25 marks. ઘણી વખત 29 માર્ક્સ સુધી પૂછાયેલ છે, but minimum 10 marks હોય જ. અધર ઓર્ગેનિક રિએક્શન્સ હોય એમાં પણ ક્યાંક ને ક્યાંક વચ્ચે આ સ્ટેપ આવતું જ હોય, બરોબર? એટલે આ ચેપ્ટરનું ઓવરઓલ વેઇટેજ વધારે છે, and that's why we have given more time.